What's up everybody, Kyle here at Let's Talk Wax, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top performers in the Arizona Fall League over the last 15 days. Now if you're into baseball card prospecting, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more content like this. Before we jump into our top 10 and honorable mentions, I want to take a minute to explain my ranking system for each of these players. Below you will see my Juggernaut and Let's Talk Wax ranking systems. My Juggernaut ranking system ranks every prospect that played in the minor leagues in 2023 based on age level, weighted on base average, stolen bases per plate appearance, WRC+, K percentage, and swinging strike percentage. Ranks are sorted by score and player over on my Patreon page for all 1,781 minor league prospects that played this season. My Let's Talk Wax ranking system is more subjective and based on my personal ceiling for each player. Now that we understand the ranks, let's take a look at our top performers in the Arizona Fall League for weeks 3 and 4. Brian Ramos kicks off this episode at number 10 after hitting .375 with 2 home runs over the last 15 days. Ramos is having a decent year so far in the Arizona Fall League, hitting .266 with a sub-20 K percentage and a 2.00 K to walk ratio. The White Sox infield prospect suffered a groin injury coming out of spring training, which delayed his 2023 season in Double-A, where he hit .264 with a 186 ISO, 15 home runs across 359 plate appearances. Ramos is a top 5 infield prospect for the White Sox, who should be attending big league spring training again in 2024. At number 9 is New York Mets prospect J.T. Schwartz. He's one of the oldest prospects on this list, with his 24th birthday coming right around the corner. Over the last 15 days in the Arizona Fall League, he's hit .296 with 2 homers, 5 doubles, and 9 RBIs, bringing his AFL season average to .289 and rocketing his ISO all the way up to .230. While Schwartz has shown off a little pop over the last 2 weeks, he's truly more of a contact-oriented hitter. His Double-A ISO sat right around his career average of 120, but in Double-A this year, he held the highest regular season batting average of any prospect on this list at .305. Schwartz has a first Chrome Auto in 2022 Bowman Chrome, and they're selling for right around $5 right now. Next on this episode of Hot Sheet is Tyler Locklear, a corner infield prospect in the Seattle Mariners organization. Locklear had an amazing year playing between High A and Double-A. He missed some time with a hand injury, but following his rehab, he spent 22 games in High A before the end of the regular season. Between the two levels, mostly in High A, Locklear hit .288 with a .214 ISO. He was good for 25 doubles and 13 home runs in under 400 plate appearances. He's transferred his hit power combo to the Arizona Fall League, where he's currently hitting .302 with a .222 ISO. Locklear's first Chrome Auto can be found in 2022 Bowman Draft for about $30 right now. There isn't much to discuss about Aaron Sabato, who takes the number 7 spot on this episode. He's what I call a slugger, which is defined by big in-game power with awful K numbers and low defensive upside. Sabato checks all the boxes and is nearly 25 to boot. While he mashed 6 home runs over the last 15 days, he's currently holding a 35% K rate in the AFL. Sabato cards are still dirt cheap though, sitting around $5 out of 2021 Bowman. Damon Keith is a 23.5-year-old outfield prospect in the Los Angeles Dodgers system. He's another K-prone player, whipping in over 33% of his High A plate appearances during the regular season and 35.7% of his Arizona Fall League plate appearances so far. Keith had a big last 15, hitting 2 home runs and 4 extra base hits, but his season and career numbers make me a bit apprehensive about his future. His cards are very cheap, sitting close to Sabato's around $5. You can find them in 2023 Bowman, which is turning out to be a very good release right now. Now, if you guys enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, be sure to check out my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. Over there, you can find my top 100 Bowman Chrome autographs and top 100 Bowman Chrome autographs under $50 lists. I have team break guides for every release since 2020, autograph checklist breakdowns for every release since 2019, a private Discord server, and access to my Juggernaut ranking system that has all players sorted by name and by rank. You also get 24 hours early access to all my videos. And as I mentioned before, if you want to help support the channel, head over to my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. Before we dive into our top 5, let's take a look at a few honorable mentions from the last 15. I'm not going to spend a ton of time here, so if you want to take a closer look at this, you might want to grab a quick screenshot. Chase DeLauder is continuing to rake and move up the ladder in Cleveland. He's currently holding the highest Juggernaut rank among players on this list at number 19. Max Muncy was good for 2 home runs and 4 extra base hits. Damiano Palmegiani, Gabriel Rincones, and Jace Bowen are making their second appearance on the AFL hot sheet after multiple home run and extra base hit games. Ivan Melendez, Kyle Manzardo, and Kevin Alcantara are making their debuts on hot sheet with some home runs and extra base hits over their last 15 days as well. Sterling Thompson, Carson Williams, and AJ Vukovic are ice cold right now, having racked up nearly 40 strikeouts together over the last 15 games. Benny Montgomery's stock has been dropping quite a bit in the hobby lately, but he's in the process of trying to rebuild after hitting .316 with 2 home runs, 3 extra base hits, 8 RBI, and 4 stolen bases over his last 15 games. The 21-year-old Rockies outfield prospect is having a great year in the AFL, hitting .343 with 9 stolen bases so far. Montgomery has a bit of swing and miss, and he's shown that in the AFL and regular 2023 season. I don't see any signs of a plus tool here so far, and he'll be making his AA debut in 2024. Montgomery's first chrome autos are in 2021 Bowman draft and are selling for right around $50. Kalai Rosario made a few appearances on my regular season hot sheets and is continuing the trend in the AFL after hitting 5 home runs over the last 15 days. He's put his power numbers on display this season, hitting 21 home runs and 27 doubles in high A. There is some swing and miss here as he currently holds a 33.3% K rate in the AFL and posted a near 30% K rate during the regular season. Rosario should make his AA debut in 2024, which will give us all a chance to see if he'll make enough contact to be an impact bat at that level. You have to go all the way back to 2020 draft to find his first autos, which are selling for about $20. Our top 3 are all making their second appearance on the AFL hot sheet this year. Jacob Marcy takes the bronze medal home after hitting .323 with 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 11 walks, and 11 stolen bases, bringing his AFL batting average to .420 and ISO to .334. Marcy is having a breakout year in 2023 after a slow debut in 2022. He crushed high A and received the late season call-up to AA, hitting .274 with 16 home runs and 46 stolen bases between the 2 levels. Marcy also took more walks than strikeouts while holding a sub-20 K rate. We should see him start the year in AA next season and possibly finish up in AAA. His autos are out of 2022 Bowman draft and have been on the rise for a few weeks. They're currently sitting right around $20 to $25. Our silver medalist hasn't stopped hitting since he was drafted in 2022 out of the University of Vanderbilt. Dominic Keegan has put up some really good numbers over the last 2 seasons, but he's yet to play a game in AA at the age of 23. We are getting a small taste of what that may look like next season as he's crushing the AFL, hitting .410 with a .334 ISO over its season so far. He padded these numbers after adding 9 hits and 4 extra base hits to his stat line over the last 15 games. Keegan is a catcher, which isn't great for the hobby, but he's shown off a pretty big bat so far since being drafted. His autos have jumped from around $5 to $15 since the Arizona Fall League started. James Trianos takes home the gold medal in this episode after hitting .450 over the last 15 days with 2 home runs, 2 triples, 7 RBIs, and 5 stolen bases, bringing his AFL season average to .433 and ISO to .328. He's ranked number 1 on this list in 3 separate categories, including batting average, K percentage, and K to walk ratio. Trianos can hit and has an advanced approach that has helped him find significant amount of barrel since being drafted in 2021. The big question with Trianos is power, as he holds a career minor league ISO of 128. He played the majority of his games in South Bend prior to a late season promotion to AA. Four Winds Field is not a hitter-friendly park, which could have some impact on his power development, but so far it's been nothing more than average. Trianos is only 20 years old and still has time to mature physically, so it's a waiting game as far as power goes right now. You can find his first chrome autos in 2022 Bowman for about $55. And don't forget to check out my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. There's lots of cool exclusive content over there to keep you guys busy this off-season. A quick shout out to all my Patreon level 3 sponsors. All of you guys rock. I appreciate y'all watching my video. And if you enjoy this content, don't forget to subscribe. Y'all have a great day.